Hello, class. Have a very good morning, and I appreciate your attendance. I know that your time is valuable, so I will go directly to the main point. That this being environmental pollution. Environmental pollution is a problem that affects all of us, without exception. Basically, it affects our health since many diseases derive from this problem, and many times affecting our vital and social activities, which is very alarming issue, and it should not be left as in the recent years we have done. We all hear about environmental pollution, but nobody gives that important value that it needs, and nobody acts with this problem. The relationship between the incidence of significant numbers of disease and the quality of the environment represents a long-term concern for international organizations. This means in recent years, too many illnesses have been triggered with alarming numbers. Since most people do not have necessary information, they don't really know what they are doing. So I ask you, are we going to still having the same attitude of indifference? I know that too many of you care about this problem and have that background, but are we gonna care? Are we gonna take care about the well-being of the following generations that should go into the background? To be able to trace a path towards sustainability, a process of awareness of facts and anthropic actions that are carried out daily and that are damaging for the environment must first be undertaken. I invite you to become aware that we think that this problem must be attacked immediately. Why? Because thanks to us, this situation is being lived as the population grows and grows, making us exploit the resource that nature offers us until we reach such a degree that it will charge us. Associations between exposure to ambient air pollution and deleterious human health effects, including respiratory diseases, cardiovascular disease, and premature death. We contribute to this problem with millions and millions of tons of garbage, making a lot of pollution to the environment. All that garbage is produced by the human race, and products take a lot of time, too long to degrade, as in the case of plastic bags. Plastic bags take almost 150 years to degrade, and we are not just surrounded by plastic bags. We have another example, such as aerosol products, another important factor that damages the ozone layer. An activity that also contributes is cutting down trees. We cutting too many trees. I know that we make paper with that, but in this case, the air that we breathe is not very pure, since cars emit a lot of carbon monoxide, which pollutes the environment. That's why we need a lot of trees, guys. Large-scale tree cutting can lead to deforestation and transformation of area from forest to terrain, with little vegetation. Cutting down trees only make things worse. In short, there are many factors that cause our well-being to worsen, causing our immune system to weaken and making us get sick easier. This increased doses of pollution threaten the health and well-being of all of us, as in the case of crops, forests, plants, wildlife, and marine life as well. But not only will we find pollution in the air that we breathe, we also find in the things that we consume on daily basis, such as water, which is in worse state can provoke cholera. Water accumulates fecal contamination along the way. I know that sounds pretty nasty, but it's true. With this, we can see that the water is not as pure as we thought, as we consider it. Since it is mainly contained by toxic waste from companies, as well as industrial waste. Unfortunately, businessmen and their government do not consider themselves part of nature of the environment that surrounds them. Nor do they take any awareness of the damage that they do to the planet, and the same rates as produce them, except removing their pollutant from their regions. But not for the simple fact that businessmen do not care or do not form part with this problem to reduce this problem. We are just like them. So measures must be taken immediately, so that this problem does not spread slowly or get even worse. That is what it is right now. There are times when One, it makes a difference and we are enough. So if it's time to take action, doing a little as much as possible. So if you can do one thing just to try to help the pollution to the environment, just do it, even if it's too little. It will help. We can start by not hunting, burning, or throwing trees, not throwing garbage in the streets and in an appropriate place. Put the garbage in the cans, not accepting plaques in the supermarket. If you can feed all the products that you bought in one bag or two bags, try to do it. Try not to use a lot of plastic bags because, as I say, it's really difficult to make it disappear. Try to avoid buying aerosol products, turning off the lights when you don't need it, recycling things as much as we can lastly, and most importantly, creating public agreements. Try to avoid chemicals. Try to use bicycles, not cars. If you can go somewhere walking or with a bicycle, try to do it. So in conclusion, guys, I invite you to take this awareness to leave a better place for future generations, and also create awareness in them. Try to make, for example, if you're a father or mother, try to make your son, your child, to know the importance of the air pollution, the water pollution, or this pollution environment. And remember, try not to pollute the planet, guys. Help it because it's our home. It's the only home that we have. And thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Thank you.